Hello, everyone. Hop a day. So we got some quick to the draw. Um, all right, we've got Becca, Sheila. Hey, Ma Dukes. If you ladies are still here. The popcorn shrimp is in there. And that's yours on top of the stove. The the coconut shrimp. But you can make it into a sandwich. This type of shrimp? No? Okay. But the dipping sauce should be over there too. Oh. Sorry. Literally just got through eating dinner. It was coconut shrimp, popcorn shrimp, and I turned the popcorn shrimp into a sandwich. Yes, I'm a little full, so if I fall asleep on you, sorry. Had to throw that in there. Hey, Mama Ranch. Hey, Wendy. So how's everyone doing? I wanted to do something else that was a little fun, and I was inspired because my husband has been on this kick for a while on watching these videos about UFOs or UAP. Because especially as, you know, a gig driver, we're delivering at all hours of the day and even night. I mean, granted, for the day, the earliest I probably started working was probably at 8 o'clock in the morning, or just before that. And then for the evening, the latest we worked was until 10 p.m. But I mean, even for the videos I've seen online, these sightings, you know, they take place, you know, anytime throughout the day. So you just never know, as long as you look up. But so I just wanted to do something a little fun. Did anybody get out there and work today? I actually took advantage of my day off. Did some laundry. Because our lawnmower still isn't fixed, we've been borrowing my father-in-law's lawnmower to mow our yard. But unfortunately, we didn't get to mow it before our lovely HOA has already come by and said, so yeah. But if you are here, welcome to another one of my, welcome to another Tuesday Talks. The topic can be about anything, even though, as you see with my channel name, especially if you're new to my channel, it says Gig Life, but it's pretty much Gig Life and more, and this happens to fall into that part of the name because I do just about everything else in reference to topics for when I go live and what I do for my videos. Because especially if you were here last week, it was Culture Day episode 2, where I made some more food that is, you know, what you'll find people cooking or eating if you're from Guam, which is where I'm from. But as I said, you know, I wanted to do something, you know, a little fun, out of ordinary, you know, to talk about UFOs. How many of you guys, hi, how many of you guys, welcome to my channel, have actually seen a UFO, or the more, even though the common term that, I mean, I grew up using was UFO, the other term is UAP. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. I hope you'll keep coming back to my live streams or even just watching any of my regular videos I put out. I'm fine here, but thank you for the invite. And I guess I probably should have put it out there sooner to see if anybody wanted to participate in the live stream as a guest. But um, you know, especially if you've witnessed anything out there like that, a UFO or a UAP. And the UAP, surprisingly, you know, it's what we're hearing more now when it comes to the videos and even the news that we're watching about this.
Because they changed it.
But UAP, which stands for unidentified anomalous, is what the original one was, but or the A could also stand for aerial phenomenon. I will also. Well, that is very sweet of you. But yeah, it's UAP is the new term. Well, it's still not new, as I was getting ready to say, because that actually came out as far back as 1987. In case you didn't know that. Yes, I wrote down some facts. That was actually the biggest one because I wanted to know, you know, why all of a sudden are we wanting to I mean, I'd love to, but the more you come to my lives and make comments on my videos, then I'll do that. But I was wondering, you know, how often, I mean, why, what? Oh, keep, huh?
What?
Stop distracting me. Why UAP? I mean, it doesn't flow off the tongue as easily as UFO.
Because they didn't want it to be a UFO.
That doesn't answer the question.
What was your question?
There is
About why
no
all of a
reasonable-
sudden.
There is no reasonable reason behind it. It's
Yeah, no, it's literally
stupid.
just because UFO is more common, like more commonly known, but people don't know what UAP is, so
Yeah.
whenever they hear it, they just assume.
Yeah, so it's crazy because UAP has been around, you know, like I said, since the late 80s, but still
UFO, you mean?
UFO,
you mean?
No, I said UAP. I mean, even though UAP has been around, that term has been around since the late 80s. It was used in a news article. I mean, I still use UFO. So I find that to be very interesting. And I think it's something that my husband, in one of his many YouTube videos that he watched about UFOs, the other interesting fact is NASA has a dedicated crew that their job is to further investigate and study UAPs. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Happy Tuesday to you too. Thank you for joining. Well, thank you for saying that. Yeah, I mean, even though it's just the topic of, you know, do you believe UFOs and whatnot, you know, we still have this as an open forum. No gig work today? No, I actually took advantage of Monday, Tuesdays are the times that, you know, is our slotted days off. But we worked yesterday for a few hours and didn't do so well. And so we actually, you know, took a day off today. Well, not so much as my husband.
Day off.
At least he had a day off from gig work. But he still had to do some other stuff around the house.
Around my father's house.
What was the temperature for you out there, Kevin? I know yesterday it was a little cooler because of the rain and the clouds that had come through from the what was it? From Beryl. That was the storm name,
Yeah,
Beryl.
we didn't get anything from it.
But it still lowered the temperature for this area.
That did. It was windy a little bit.
I still need Had to deliver 5 pizzas and a salad. Got a $20 tip. Nice. That's pretty good. And that was from yesterday?
What are you touching my AC for? Don't touch
Came
my
from
AC.
Wisconsin, so cool there. Called Mount Olympus. It is a great water park and roller coaster. When my kids were younger, maybe doing water parks, but not so much now because they're all grown. I didn't know how I was going to take the food customer was. Wait, what? What do you mean by the customer was surprised?
Ow.
Half a day. Ah, because is that why you said you needed more pizza bags? He does both Uber and DoorDash. And pretty awesome at doing it on an electric scooter at that. Are you actually watching from Guam right now? Have you seen, I don't know what kind of setup, I guess I need to, in reference to how you're carrying your orders. Um, have you seen Miss Grind and Fitness? Have you gone to her channel and seen how she has her scooter set up, her electric bike set up? I mean, to where I think now she's pulling, I don't even know what you would call it really. She was here at the start of the live. Um, be right back. I need my moderators. Where's my moderators?
So,
Huh?
why you got people watching shit?
Well, one person asked, is this porn?
Huh?
One person asked, is this porn?
Is it porn?
Yeah.
Half the time I can't even see.
Trying to see. But if you go to Miss Grind and Fitness, to her channel, you'll be able to see the setup that she has, which she has. Darn it. Hold on. You'll be able to see how she has it all set up to be able to carry her food. Yeah, but we needed to get busy way sooner than that, for sure. um,
We're not doing this again.
what?
Freaking constant comment.
There she is. Speaking of the lovely, just don't overdo it though. I think that last one might have been okay.
It's just like the last one.
No, because they actually have.
This is This is the
Oh,
family as a kid, so
oh, I see. But just monitor.
I'm putting them on a timeout for 60 seconds. I'm gonna keep up with this same thing that other kid was doing last week.
Yeah.
Booted the hell out.
So customer one think I. Oh. Yeah. What is it? If I can ever get onto um, Zifty. Wait, right? That's what it was called. The It's a catering app, and yeah, I feel you on that for sure. I know they have a dress code. They want, dress pants and a collared shirt. Well, that's good. But I don't know how you do it though. What's the temperature? I don't know if I asked you that already. How hot has it been in your area? Yeah, I don't know either, and neither does my husband, so
What? Oh, he is. He just wants to keep putting his frickin' comments in here.
I know, just
I'm fixing to boot him completely. One more freaking. Do you want to know something? Another comment. Oh, see, there he is. See, just insignificant. Yes.
well, that definitely is way better than it is here, with it being um, in the upper 90s, but the feels like temperatures will be going, 106, 111. Yeah. When the other day when we were working and clouds, storm clouds had rolled in, um, it dropped the temperature more than 10 degrees. We were already sitting in the upper 90s, and by the end of our shift, it had dropped over 10 degrees, and we were sitting, mid to low 80s, and it felt really nice outside. Speaking of the beach, we'll be seeing the beach here this time next week. I might be dipping my toes in
Atlantic.
huh?
Atlantic.
What?
Atlantic.
Atlantic?
You trying to remember what ocean you're gonna
Oh, no. um, okay, dipping my toes in the Atlantic Ocean. But I don't know. I don't know how far I'll be going into the waters after seeing, especially here in Texas. It's crazy. Down there at what's it called, babe? Um,
South Padre Island.
South Padre, and the attacks that took place there a week ago. I mean, I don't like getting into the waters here anyways, because I got so spoiled with the waters there in Guam, because the reef, from where the reef is, where the waves are actually hitting, and it's the real deep waters of the ocean, it's further away from where the shore is. So you can actually sit on the shore and not be knocked over by the waves. So, Myrtle Beach, there in South Carolina. We are going to take just a little getaway with the hubby, my mom, and meeting up with my sister and her husband there. And then, of course, my mother-in-law and sister-in-law are out there too. It's funny that they planned their vacation only one day apart. So we're all going to meet up over there. So I'm looking forward to that little beach getaway. I'd rather swim in the pool where the resort's at than going into the water. Because, yes, it is. Myrtle Beach, it is very beautiful out there. We were just out there in November in the off season, and it was the time of year. Of course, you're not going to have a lot of people, and we got to stroll the beach. Of course, the waters were way too cold to get in, but hey, Presley, how are you? But since we do have a couple of our regulars in here, I just wanted to, especially if you weren't here at the start of the live stream, have you had any sightings? Have you seen anything unusual when you're out there driving? I mean, especially for you, Miss Wendy, since you guys are out there either pretty late at night or even early in the morning, if you or Ray have, noticed anything, while you're looking up into the night sky. Doing good. Actually got to do some house chores today. Got some laundry done. The one thing that a lot of us don't like doing. But I will tell you that for myself personally, one memory that comes back for sure whenever my husband and I are watching those videos about UFO is it was late 90s, possibly 96 or 97. And I was driving by a military post. It was an army post. It was late at night, real late. It was, after 10 o'clock, possibly even 11. And you haven't seen anything. And, I'm driving along. And then out of the corner of my eye, I see this, bright flash. And then I see that light just take off. And it was parallel to the road that I was driving on. And I was just like, I mean, there wasn't any loud bang, and I definitely didn't hear like it didn't sound like any plane taking off or anything like that. Because if it was, I definitely would have heard something like that. I mean, because it was late at night, and even though I had my windows up, I didn't hear anything like that. So I just found that one to be, very interesting. I was just like, what was that? And it was low. I mean, I have no idea what that could have been. Because like I said, just out of the corner of my eye, I see a bright light. And it was like a bright light. And then it just took off to where it was one bright light. And the next thing you know, it was a stream of light as it took off. But here more recently, this one is more recently, and it had to do, I don't know if it was the later part of May, and my husband happened to be in the backyard, and the next thing you know, you were in the front of?
Outside because we kept hearing fireworks and stuff.
Oh.
And I thought it might just be from graduation ceremonies or something.
So, but weren't you in the backyard? Okay, sorry. I was getting the story wrong. So, because we were hearing fireworks or popping sounds going off, and it was around the time, for graduation, so we thought, or he thought that's possibly what it was. So he went out to go check, and he suddenly sees had the stealth bombers fly over us on their way to. Oh yeah? I'm sure was it loud for that, Miss Wendy? But he suddenly saw a string. I mean, it was a line of how many?
6 to 8.
Maybe 6 to 8 white, orbs, I guess they were, but it was in a straight line. And he happened to see it going parallel to the house, the street, or it was kind of darting to the left of our house. And he comes in and he's like, telling us to come outside, sees something, and he grabs his phone. And I'm like, what's going on? So I rush out there with him, and nothing. Okay. Did it make the house rumble? Because I'm sure that was, I mean, we've lived on base before, and especially during an air show, it can be very loud.
They were at Chiefs Stadium.
Oh, the Chiefs Stadium. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Could have dropped something there.
What?
I It could have dropped something.
Oh,
off.
stop. Was it part of the show or something like
Yeah,
that?
they fly over.
Uh,
They do fly over.
But anyways, it was a string of orbs. It wasn't a straight line. And when he first saw it, you know, we were standing out there waiting, and I think we did end up seeing it while we were all out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And next, you know, we saw it again. Neither of our phones, none of us, all three of us tried to record it or even take a picture or something like that. And we did take one screenshot, you know, but really it just looked like a blur because it was moving. So it looked just like a blur on the picture. So, you know, or a streak, a white light streak, I guess you can say. Oh, they were in the car when that happened. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
What's that? What do you mean?
Just the way she was laying and her foot was kicked out to the side. A little weird.
Oh yeah, Zoe, have you anytime I tried to reach to her right side of her, she didn't like that.
Maybe right side.
Like her foot.
Well, she doesn't like anybody touching her feet.
But
I'm serious. She doesn't like anybody.
so we saw the string of lights, and he ends up going back inside, and so did I. You know, we all went back inside, but I was just like, maybe it's gonna reappear. So I went and grabbed my phone and went back outside, and it appeared for the third time, but this time I was the only one outside at the time that those string lights appeared, and it was going in a different direction. So the first time we saw it, it was almost at an angle compared to the way our house was. So if our house was like this, the lights were going across like that. The second time when all three of us were outside, it was almost like going in a different direction. And then the third time when it was just me outside, it was a little further, almost behind 2 houses down from us. When I started, you know, sawing, I saw the lights going that way. And, you know, and it was the same thing. And it wasn't like they took off or anything like that, but they were always in a straight line. And both times that I saw them, it just faded, you know. And I guess now that I'm thinking about it, in a sense, they were always headed in the same general direction. Possibly. And then so I went online and I looked it up, and supposedly it could be Starlink, you know, but
It's aliens, man.
for me, I don't see how it could have been the satellites, because why, you know, the 3 times that they were spotted, they were always going different directions, you know. So, and especially it was probably within a 15-minute time period. So I mean, it's like they would have to go that way, loop around, go this way, loop around again, just to be able to go, you know. And we saw it going in a third direction. So what are you saying? What?
Nothing. Myself, that's what I do.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know. I wish any one of our phones was strong enough to be able to catch that, because I still question that. I don't think it was the Starlink satellites, because of how, I mean, just the way they moved, and they were going in different directions, but they always stayed the same. So I just thought that was really, really weird. My hubby wants to absolutely believe it was a UFO.
I know this shit's real. I know UFOs, even if that was Starlink.
They're out there, he says. Even if it was in fact the satellites, they're out there.
Mankind is very, what's the word?
I've seen lights
arrogant.
outside before, but I was leaving a bar. Those
Mankind's very arrogant to think that we're the only intelligent life in the universe.
Presley said that he's seen lights outside before, but I was leaving a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't doubt you'd be seeing some lights out there, Presley.
Those ain't the lights you want to see.
Huh?
Those ain't the lights you want to see.
And it's funny though, because just Roy did that short with the little UFO. I was like, oh man, I should have thought about doing something like that. And he says it was a template. So if you didn't see that little short that he did, you should go check it out. It was pretty cute. Until proven otherwise, I agree. They were UFOs. Exactly. I mean, if the government has dedicated, or NASA, should I say, if they have a dedicated, team to further study these UFOs or UAPs, of course there's more to it. I mean, it's just the whole thing though about the actual aliens themselves. Those are the ones that are hard to swallow. With the videos you're seeing about the supposed autopsy and things like that, or the mummified remains of a couple of aliens. Yeah, those are, harder ones to believe. So I'm happy to say that, let me go take a look at this again. Sorry. Woohoo. So I am happy to say, moving on, slight change of subject, is the fact that as of right now, I mean, I'm hoping the number stays that way and it just continues to go up. But as of right now, I am sitting at 450 subscribers. Thank you guys so much, for the support that I've been given. This YouTube, / gig community that I've become a part of here recently, I wish that I had joined, at the start of my YouTube journey. But it definitely helps, to get out there and network. And part of the reason, doing live streams yourself, or, going out there and supporting other YouTubers and joining on their live streams. But this means, I've still got a long way to go in reference to my watch hours. So especially over the next week or so, you're probably going to be seeing me doing a lot more live streams at every chance I get, even though my husband doesn't like it. But I am trying to, continue this journey again to get my channel monetized. So, and it comes from all the support with people like you that are watching my videos, attending my live streams, hitting that like button, and of course, hitting that subscribe button. And I'm still thinking about, what I'm going to do to celebrate once I actually hit the 500 subscribers, and especially once I get my watch hours in. But for sure, one thing you guys can expect is that I am going to have some type of celebration to take place. So just continue watching my videos, my live streams, and even any of the posts that I put on the community chat on my page. Just keep an eye out and you'll see on what I'm going to do as a celebration of hitting this first milestone. So again, thank you guys so much. But that doesn't mean I'm ending my live stream just yet. I just wanted to get that out there while I still have some of you guys watching, just to say, Suzuus Masi, which also means thank you. Probably, the next live stream for next Tuesday will either be like a celebratory live stream, or it's going to be episode 3 of Culture Day. And showing you guys some other things from, where I'm from, from my home island, my tiny, tiny tropical island in the Pacific. Huh? I know, but and the cool thing of it is that when I do my live stream next Tuesday, you guys might be hearing or seeing the ocean behind me, the real ocean, and not just a green screen of it. I'm trying to get my watch hours up too, and I'm planning on more live shows too. Yes, and hello there, Ray. And I will try to attend yours every chance I get as well. I mean, I wish, that I had known about doing the live streams a lot sooner, but then of course, when you're trying to get your YouTube channel going, you have to have so many subscribers already before you can even do your first live stream.
You've been doing live while you're on the food truck, huh?
Huh?
She's been doing live.
Yeah, I know.
Funny enough, I think I remember somebody saying something about it.
Yes, and I told you that actually when they told it to me, and then I relayed what they said to you. And yeah, we should have. But what did you say about that? You didn't want me to go live doing that because that means giving away some of our cooking and our recipe little secrets. But not so tropical. But it is still, well, your island is definitely way bigger than mine, though. Ray just says he came from a tiny island, but not so tropical. Yeah. Mississippi in the house. Hello. Or half a day. I was driving, so have been listening. Oh, okay. Well, make sure you stay safe out there, Ray. Do you think the lights that you've seen could have been drones? I mean, that's a possibility. That it's more of a possibility that it be drones compared to that of the satellites, because that could explain the unity, because I think that when I saw it, the 2 times that I saw it, there was more than 6. I think there was probably 10 to 12. And again, they were just white orbs. They were in a straight line, and they were moving together. They were in unison. I mean, so it's very possible. And like I said, they didn't dart off to where that's the reason. They just slowly faded away. And it's not that, especially the second time I saw them, when they did fade away, it wasn't that the white orbs, got smaller because they're traveling further away. It literally looked like it was just fading away, type thing. So I don't know. I mean, that could be a possibility, but we did look into that because, again, there was some type of graduation celebration going on, because we did hear fireworks. So I don't know if they would have had drone outs at the same time too. Is that they sell for doing acrobatics? Hey Mary, welcome and thank you. Wish I could take credit for it, but nope, I bought this. Yeah, I mean, I've only seen it online, on other YouTube channels and videos where they use drones to replace fireworks. And I know they did that in Guam, not last year for New Year's, but I believe it was the year before that I saw. I think they might have used it last year too, but from what I saw, they used drones instead of fireworks to have, you know, the light display for New Year's. So I think that that is pretty good. I mean, it gives you, for those that use drones for that type of display and entertainment, I think it gives them a lot more creativity. But on the other hand, you know, who doesn't like that sound of the popping and the, you know, the explosion in the sky and everything? And um, I mean, and I think one of my friends that just, you know, lives in the area, when they went to do, they went somewhere for the July 4th celebration, and they in fact had drones to do a light display type thing. So I haven't seen any in person myself, so that would be interesting to see if that, you know, to see that in person. I mean, there, you know, going back to the whole UFO thing, there have been many times I look up at the sky and I see something, you know, moving, and it's steady and it's just a light. I mean, it's not flashing or anything like that. And I've seen it, you know, a handful of times, but I think in cases like that, I think those were satellite. I mean, it was a single light. It wasn't darting, you know, there was no flashing or anything like that. So nothing very obvious and amazing like some of those videos that are out there. These orange orb, the size of a hot air balloon, moved slow with intention until it was right over us, so close I could have hit it with. Really? And did it make any sound? And the crazy thing is, especially where we live here in Central Texas, there was a video that came, there have been two videos that we've seen where it was late at night and it took place. One was in Cedar Park and another one I believe was in Round Rock. But it had to do with, you know, light being caught, you know, just hovering type thing. And bright light, not something that would come from a drone, unless it was a rather large drone. There was another, now, I had an awesome drone show. They did a rocket launch. Wait, what? And Simon's face? What? I don't know if that was a typo. They did a rocket launch and Simon's face? Um, oh, AGT? Oh, now I get it. America's Got Talent. They did a rocket launch at Simon's face. What? Yeah, as much as I love watching that show, I only get clips now and then on YouTube. But I haven't watched AGT in, I think, probably in the last 2 seasons. Ah. I have to look that up then. But besides Tulsa King, what do you watch? There's a lot of good shows that are actually last night. What we did just watch was Beverly Hills Cop, the newest one that is. But in reference to a TV series, you know, of course, the romantic that I am, gotta watch Bridgerton. Not at Simon, but a picture of. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Now I get it. What was Simon's reaction to that? Either he gives his shocked face or he laughs along with it. Yellowstone, we watched the first season, but I kind of lost interest in it. But the prequels to that, oh yes, we loved those. We watched the entire thing and can't wait for the continuation. He loved it. I forgot what was it? 18. I'm sure if my husband was in here, he'd know. I'm not sure if you watched the prequels. Yes. And it's crazy with Sam Elliott. You know, he ages so well. You know, he's had the same, I don't know, 1883. What was the other one? It was the one after 1883. It was the most recent one that came out, which was supposed to have been the continuation. I think it was like 2 generations later. No, I think let me see if I can find it. 1920. Oh wait, what? 1883, and then the other one was supposed to have been 1923 or something like that. So either 1923. Okay, 1923. So the 2 prequels was 1883. Loved that one. Felt sad for, and I think it's the same woman who narrated the first one. Is the same actress who narrated the second one. Yes, the one that starred Harrison Ford. She didn't come back, but I mean, she is the same person who narrated for the second series. We're talking about the prequels to Yellowstone. Presley was asking other than Tulsa King. Other than Tulsa King, you know, if we've watched anything else. What was your Viking? I mean, it's an older series, but have you seen the Vikings? How many seasons was that one? 6?
6 or 7.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you?
My ancestors.
He says it's his ancestors. My hubby's ancestors are Vikings. But have you watched the Vikings?
Scottish and Irish.
Now that one, yeah, it was. I mean, it was more gory than I wanted it to be. Because wasn't it that show that had the eagle spread?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and that was
yes.
but that was a real thing, wasn't it?
Yes.
Now
What about
that
my UFOs?
I know, but it's an open forum.
Oh,
We can talk.
open
Yes, we can talk about anything, sir.
Yeah. Can
Are you watching? Did you already hit the like button?
yeah.
Okay. Don't forget to smash that like button. Yeah. And it's always funny to watch the main character in the Vikings when we see him in other movies. And I was like, hey, look, there he is. And not want to see him with his, you know, hair shaved and all of that. Yeah, same thing. We watched it when that came out.
Black sails.
Well, you watched that one. I didn't get into that one.
It was kind of slow here and there, for sure.
For Black Sails. What was-
Definitely.
And then one we did binge watch. It's currently 3 seasons. What was it called? Ghosts? Just Ghosts? It was called Ghosts.
The American version.
The American version. We tried watching. There was a British version, right?
British version too.
A British version to it, but we watched the American version of Ghosts. Now that was a funny one. Presley, did you watch? Did anybody watch that one? It's a comedy, but that was funny. I'm waiting for the. I'm hoping there's going to be another season to that one.
Yeah, my ancestors came from an island too.
Yeah.
Yeah. My grandfather's grandparents were born in Scotland.
So your grandfather's grandparents was born in Scotland.
Yeah, something like what, 5 generations?
Lynn.
Four generations from Scotland.
So 4 generations from Scotland.
That'd be your great great grandparents.
My
His grandparents. Wait, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
grandparents, so
Great. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be your great. Your 3rd great.
yeah, something like that.
So you are the 4th generation. No, 5th generation then. Because your dad. Then your great. So you're the 5th generation.
Let me make sure it's my
No, wait. Your
my grandmother's.
Okay. So how does that work?
their parents.
Hey, Mama Wrench. Welcome back.
You'd be the 5th generation.
Billy the Kid. We didn't watch a series on that one.
I watched
At least I
until
didn't.
we don't have whichever one it comes on. I watched the first
For that one.
half of it, I think.
But unfortunately, my hubby did watch the first half of the very first episode, but we no longer have
My grandfather.
the channel that streams that. So
So my grandfather's mom, and then her father,
doing good over here, Mama Wrench.
and
Just talking about UFOs and other than work, and then our current topic is talking about TV shows and movies that we liked.
everybody else, the surname changed.
MGM Plus, that's what it's. Yeah, we don't have that one. We keep switching. We keep switching.
Whoever's the cheapest.
Whoever's the cheapest at the moment. That's who we sign up for. You believe? So do we. So do we. I think, I mean, if you rewatch, from earlier when I was talking about it, I think what I saw out of the corner of my eye was some type of UAP for sure. Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
UFO. Don't
Or-
use the government name for it.
UFO, unidentified flying. It was aerial because I don't know what it was. I don't know what type of object it was, because to me it was just a bright light that suddenly appeared, and then it was a light streak because it took off. So, but yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, and I have a tendency to watch TV shows that have been, out and done with for a while. I think last month or so, I have finished, and at the my husband was happy when that happened because I binge watched it when I could. What was her name?
Not on or off.
Ugly Betty.
She stepped like right next to her.
I watched all of that.
She knew she mom stepped on her.
Really?
Tired to go.
Okay, do you mind sharing? And I'll read it to everybody who's
She
watching.
blends in, especially around.
What was the most recent, since you said you've seen many, what was your most recent or most jaw-dropping, I guess, should I say. So Mama Wrench says she's seen many, especially at the beach. So I'm wondering, because this time next week, we're going to be at Myrtle Beach. So we'll probably spend some time out on looking out the window and over the ocean to see. We got to bring our binoculars too, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we seeing?
Huh?
So what are we seeing?
You know, because we can use the binoculars to put over our phone to, help amplify. I wonder if that works.
Boston.
Information on the Burkettes.
Because we're going to be out at Myrtle
Nova
Beach next week.
Scotia.
And sadly,
Nova Scotia.
the resort that my sister has, it's like 10-15 minutes from the beach. So I don't know if we're going to be able to see the ocean from the resort. Won't know that until next week. So
Did you just say year?
I'm hoping at least the room that we're in, that we'll be able to see the beach, because that would be awesome. One thing I don't want to see when we're at the beach, for sure, are sharks. These recent shark attacks are just crazy, especially at the beaches where people, rarely have an issue with sharks being in the area, and shark attacks themselves have been crazy. I mean, here in Texas,
But her parents were born.
do you have any issues? Have, especially with this season, with sharks being in the area, being where they're not supposed to be, or, like I said, with
So her dad,
attacks.
the Lake family. L-A-I-T.
They were trying to say that one shark that attacked 2 different people here recently in the past week or so, at South Padre here in Texas. They said that the shark was probably just trying to find out if the people were food or not.
He was born in Canada.
Okay, jaw dropping was in Maine over Lake Sebago. I'm not sure if that's how you say it. Many people witnessed it. No sound, but you could feel the energy in the air. It was just a glowing orb, not huge, but not small.
She was born
Okay,
in Canada.
the heart is in the way, so I can't see what that one word is. I think it's but, I'm not sure. Or not huge, but not small. Lit up the whole sky. Wow. And for like 3 seconds. Wow. Was it on the news? Was there, were they trying to cover it up? Was there some type of cover up for something like that?
1866.
So I don't know if you guys heard that.
110 years before I was born. They was born in Scotland.
Wow.
What happened?
Okay, so Mama Wrench, she said a jaw-dropping incident was in Maine over Lake Sebago, if that's how you pronounce it. Many people witnessed it. No sound, but you could feel the energy in the air. It was just a glowing orb, not huge, but not small. Lit up the whole sky for like 3 seconds, then zipped back up.
Yeah. Where is Maine? Oh.
Uh-huh, in Maine.
Dang it.
Over Lake Sebago. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce that, so.
My sister lives in Maine. God dang it. I don't know who the naked guy is after you if you accidentally scroll up, but captions unavailable. I always have, because I do that. I'm trying to scroll up messages,
Oh, to be
and
able
then
to
it
see.
goes to some
Oh,
half
to
naked
somebody else?
dude.
Oh. Because it's like you're moving the next video.
I know, well, that's not what I'm trying to do.
We didn't see anything on the news. Some of the locals talked about it, but talked like it had happened before. So basically it's happened often enough that they're used to it. That's crazy. Now that's even crazier.
There's some places like that.
To have unusual happenings, but it happens so often that it's just like, oh yeah, you'll watch it. It goes away in 3, 2, 1. There it goes. There's Seabago. So is it bag?
What?
She's showing me how to pronounce it. Sebago.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
Hmm?
What?
I don't know.
What was the most recent one? Oh. Sebago. See. So is there an AW after that? Would it be pronounced ba or not ba? Sebago? Because then she says that's with the New England accent. So I don't know. I don't know what's a New England accent.
I'll ask my father. He'll tell you how to say it. My father is from Massachusetts, so.
Ah, okay.
My sister, I have a sister that lives in
So it's ba.
Poland Springs, Maine, as a matter of fact.
Gotta park the car. So it should be awe, right? Like you're saying,
Oh.
I'm in awe. Sebago. Sebago. Sebago.
When he talks to anybody from back up north, you'll hear the accent start to come back.
Yeah, does he pronounce the A's that way?
Yeah. he does.
It goes no longer A, it's ah.
Yeah.
Got park
Oh,
the
yeah,
car.
Yeah. I was just showing Zoe how our family came from Scotland through Canada and whatnot, and through New England.
Music? What about music, Presley? Can you guys hear him singing? If you're asking me, it's all about the 80s. I'm an 80s child. Born in the 70s, but, you know, the impressionable years was in the 80s.
Can you read my shirt? Thin Lizzy, Thunder and Lightning. What's the hair tell you? What kind of music I get into? Oh, man.
Come on, do it. No, I'm talking about you gotta rock out. No, you're not gonna do it? Okay.
No, I'm already tired.
Oh, okay.
I'm already sore. I have enough pain in my body. I don't need any additional.
Any country? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Older country, nothing. Well, I mean,
There's some.
there's one song here or there in modern country, but most of mine is Randy Travis.
Yeah, I'd say for both of us. I mean, wait, probably the later, you know, country music.
Randy Travis.
You know, Randy Travis,
Dwight
Johnny
Yoakam,
Cash,
Yeah, Johnny Cash.
Dwight,
Yoakam,
Reba McEntire,
um,
Waylon Jennings,
Waylon
Toby
Jennings,
Keith.
Toby Keith, Tracy Lawrence.
Yeah,
Those
so
are guys from
probably
that
the
early '80s.
yeah. See what I mean?
Country.
The 80s.
Because a lot of my brothers
But
people like country.
a lot. I mean, the 80s, but in, you know, a good mix of the different genres. You know, with pop, country, some rap. You know, some
Blues, Steve Ray
you know
Vaughan,
blues. Stevie Ray Vaughan,
B.B. King, Eric Clapton,
Merle Haggard,
Merle Haggard.
Merle.
Merle
Patsy
Haggard.
Cline. That's right.
Um,
I mean, I really love the song, and I think that was
Hank Williams Jr.
you know, the one Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. All right, let's see. Mama Wrench says, last summer, most recent, I just moved from a crowded city to rural horse and far country on the coast. It's not shooting stars because they move in all directions. We can see the stars. Awesome here. Lucky. Lucky. I mean, we're not exactly in the country, but we're also not exactly in the city, but we're still surrounded by too much light that, you know, we can't see the stars as easily.
We can definitely see the stars better out here than we can actually in the city, though.
Well, that's why I was saying that, even here, though, there's still too much light.
The Hansons, yes.
Wow. That's crazy because where you're at, a lot of, I don't know if they're not paranormal, but, they could be. GNR. Who is GNR? Guns N' Roses?
New Hampshire.
I think the UFO alien phenomenon has more to do with the oceans. And some of the videos that we've seen, yes. Especially the government ones, that have to do with the military. The videos that they've actually allowed to be released to the public, for sure. Yeah, GNR was Guns N' Roses. Good job, babe. You figured it out. It was Guns N' Roses.
People refer to Guns N' Roses.
You should have known it was Guns N' Roses.
Well, I'm not good with names. I like songs, but I don't always pay attention to the names. Because some of the videos that we've seen.
Throw a little punk rock in there with the Misfits,
Yep, the Misfits.
the Ramones.
He doesn't like. Well, okay, hold on. Just remind me to get back to the Misfits thing. But some of the footage that has been released from the military, stuff that have taken place since the early 2000s, and they are seeing these tic tac shapes. Sometimes they don't have any shape because they're moving too fast, but they've seen them going underwater. There's some footage to where they see it go underwater and then just, dart out of the water again. So.
Let's go over here to the redneck side.
No, Ray, I don't want to. I don't want to talk about that.
Tennessee. Jasperville.
Maybe if it was during the day. I saw this. Okay, going back to Misfits. So, going to the Misfits thing, because you're seeing some of these, I guess it's sold by Walmart. We're heavy spark workers over here, so we visit Walmart a lot. And all of a sudden, he still gets random people when he wears his Misfit t-shirts, saying, I love your shirt, love your shirt. And then he's seeing these people, other people wearing Misfit t-shirts, and then we saw it at Walmart. So it's like, he questioned about the fact that how many of these people who are buying those shirts because they know the group, like the music, or they buy the shirt simply because it's a skull, and have no idea who the Misfits are, that they are in fact a real group. You know what the comment you made about some people out there wearing the Misfits t-shirt?
Oh yeah, they sell them at Walmart, so everybody freaking wears them now.
That's what I said.
You better watch out if the real punks show up. 'Cause,
Like, why are you wearing that?
Yeah.
So Ray wants to take it to the ghost.
Take it.
He was like going on to a completely different direction, but could be strange as ghosts.
Your daughter asked on the way home, actually, if your habit of turning down the radio every time we pass a cemetery is part of your personal or is a Chamorro thing.
Or a family thing.
Well, I don't
You
know.
you
I
live
don't
next to a
know.
cemetery and you don't have fiestas at your house. You're not, I don't understand it.
But that's different.
That's different?
That's different.
The radio wave.
That's different. I never questioned it. I never questioned it. You're gonna have to ask my mom that.
Oh, your mom does?
You're gonna have to ask my mom that.
It's probably a moment of silence type thing.
It is.
I was
So
thinking it was like the radio wave.
we don't talk that. The trenches go deep. That can be that is true. And talking about trenches, in Guam, the Marianas Trench is the deepest trench out there. So, no, I don't want to take it to that. No.
Dark. It's not even dark out. Don't be scared.
I'm one of those that if we're going to watch a scary movie, it's especially movies that are based off of, something true. I'm like, nope. I don't care if it's late. We're gonna watch a comedy because I ain't going to bed with that being the last thing I watch.
Could be, yeah, I mean.
American Psycho, Angel Baby, Misfits have great stuff.
Oh, like that's making it sound.
Yeah, that's more on my hubby part on the Misfits.
Most of the stuff
There's a
that
movie based on.
most of the stuff that lives down there, if they were of alien origin, they naturalized that.
Are you talking about what, the trench?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, what
You know-
I'm saying is, I don't think there are aliens down
Yeah.
there.
and it's hard to say. There are
Saying
the
that-
depths.
Most of the creatures we find down there, we just feel like they're alien because they're so different. Like we already
Yeah,
see
I mean,
them.
of course, because they're
Really just-
they're creatures that have to adapt. It's so deep that it's so dark that some of the creatures have actually surfaced a little higher to be seen by whatever machines they are able to send down there without being crushed by the depth of the ocean. But now those I've seen some videos where some of the creatures that have come out of the deep parts of the ocean, really deep. But I think I have an eclectic taste when it comes to music, but my husband for sure has brought some other, I mean, especially when you come from a large family and everybody having, something different that they like to listen to. Of course I'm going to have a good array of type of music, blues, pop.
So, but I mean, there's
Hey,
probably
Sheila.
somewhere along the line,
Welcome back.
blood narrative. Found it.
Do you believe aliens help souls pass to move through the universe? I mean, that is a very deep question, and I never thought of it that way. So honestly, I don't know. And I mean, it's something that I don't want to have it as part, of a discussion for the channel, but because Mama Wrench asked, do you believe aliens help souls pass to move through the universe?
Not aliens, maybe foreign beings, but not of this.
Oh, you have no sound? Am I muted now? Is everyone else still able to hear me?
Yeah, your volume good.
Oh, you turned it up and you can hear me? Okay. Okay.
Is that for sugar? I don't know. Guess we'll find out here in a second.
I mean, my mom, when growing up, as kids, yes, young kids, we were made to go to church. In Guam, there's two religions for the most part. The two main religions in Guam are Catholics, which is how I was raised, and Christians.
Well, it's the same thing.
That's the same thing.
But yes and no. Okay, tomato, tomato.
That's the same religion.
Tomato.
Catholic is Christianity.
Anyways,
Yeah, it's like a square, a rectangle is a square, but a square isn't a rectangle.
it is, but it isn't. Okay.
Catholics are Christian, but Christians aren't Catholic.
Okay then, see? So that's why I said it's not.
I know your mom
Anyways,
isn't happy with your.
now you guys see? Now you guys made me lose my train of thought on what I was trying to say, so never mind.
We'll discuss really
I'm not getting any sound on my end, so I'm gonna just want to stop in and say hi if you're still alive when I get home. Oh, I think you meant still live. When I get home, I'll come back. Okay, drive carefully. Thank you, Mary. Yes, please smash, tickle, press, whatever, that like button. Now I forgot what I was going to say.
You were talking about Catholics. You were raised Catholic. Why?
Yes, I know, but I forgot what I was trying to get my point.
Catholic is Guam, Christian.
We were talking about souls before that.
Souls being moved on to the next life by aliens.
Not aliens.
Okay.
Foreign creatures.
Yeah, I know if I were to ask that question to my mom, she most definitely would say no. And I mean, it's just like the same thing. You know, my husband. Okay, that's Catholic religion is brutally confusing and contradicting. My husband would have to agree with you on that, I'm sure, because his stepmom tried to, I mean, actually did, you know,
Yeah, we went to
raise
Catholic.
them for a few years as a Catholic, got them baptized and everything.
My mother nor my
CDC.
father are Catholic.
Um, but
My father
what was I saying?
My mom goes
I mean, some of the things I believe in, you know, my husband's like, "You're Catholic. How can you believe in that? You're Catholic. How can you do that? You're Catholic." I'm just like, so it's. I mean, like I told him, I was like, just like the popes, the last two popes. I mean, especially since Pope John Paul II, which I got to see him back in Guam in the '80s. You know, as with each pope that, um, um, the views and I hate to say it, you know, hardcore religious people out there, you know, views have been changed, you know, and causing people to be more open-minded. We were raised Catholic, but I was never baptized or made communion. Oh, I was raised Catholic, I was baptized, and my mom to this day keeps asking, when am I going to do the final stage? And, what do you call that? Get my confirmation.
Any mom's not happy your son is delving in which one?
Protestant.
Protestant.
Yeah.
That's what
Hey, he's exploring.
Oh, God.
He's exploring.
All he's doing is exploring Christianity. That's not exploring your religion. That's exploring Christianity.
But that's what he wants to do. He's exploring.
That's what he wants to do.
Well, he's saying he was exploring religion.
Well, he's exploring Christianity.
Yeah.
All right.
He's saying it.
49 to go. Okay, I'll still say 50. Because even after a few live streams, I know with subscribers, it'll go up 2, 5, whatever, and then the next day it drops. I'll lose 1, 2, 3 over the next few days, but still, as of right now, I broke 450 and I'm sitting at 451 subscribers. Thank you, Sizuz Maasi. Thank you so much. Now just gotta get those watch hours. It's always the tougher part. Aw. Let's see. I've got him on here. Let's see. As I just went to his page, as of right now, he's sitting at 374. So for you guys that are watching right now, or if you're watching this as part of the replay, if you haven't already, go check out Dashing Dink. He is trying to hit his 500 subscribers by the end of the month, so by July 31st. So go check out his channel, and if you like what he's having to offer, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But I believe in the universe, power of positivity, and we all can be our own spiritual experience. True, true, true. How many watch hours do you have? According to my channel, it says that my analytics, because I know they're off by 5 days. But I haven't been posting a lot, especially the last few days, because someone doesn't like when we... I mean, I just need another device. I just need another device so I don't have to use his phone to do our live streams, because we are both working. So, according to my analytics, as of...
Well, some of us work harder On some days than others.
Yeah.
Some of us make more money on some days than others.
As of July 4th, I'm sitting at 1727. So at least, I need 1275 watch hours to go
Well,
to hit my 3,000 watch hours, just to hit that first tier on that one there. So I still got a bit of way to go. He said Wombles needs watch hours. Yes, Wombles while I'm working in the living room. Same. I try to multitask, but I try, at the same time, I know it helps just to get, to have some, stream someone's channel, but, oh, that's awesome, Ray. That's definitely, because I think one of the last times I had asked you about your watch hours, you were just under 1,000 watch hours, so that's good. Weren't you, or have you been a guest, Ray, on anyone else's channel? So again, if you are watching this, Dashing Womble, as you see, he's also in the chat. Go and check out his channel. Please give him support there as well. Because he's also, just like me, on that journey to get our YouTube channel monetized. And how was that? Did it really help out to be on his live stream? Over 1,000, that's awesome, Mumble. I saw that. Hey, Duke. Okay, now I can do it. Let me just make sure. Okay, I just had to make sure that was really you. There you go. There you go, Dick. Hey, Big Three, thank you. Thank you. I am, there are some things, that I wish I knew at the start of my YouTube journey. But hey, it's never too late. Never too late to learn these things. I just wish about the whole going live. What do you call that? Yes, you are blue now. Okay, hold on. And Big Three, I truly appreciate. Hold on. Let me make sure. I could have sworn, wasn't it? Where'd it go? Sorry. I'm trying to see where. I guess that's just too many. Oh, wow. Okay. It helped it being on Chuck's show. It was his first live show when he first started having guests on the show. I can't even get to 50. It's close, but Mama has a ways to go. Let me check out. There you go. Got one more for your Mama Ranch channel there.
card?
I'll bet. Once I get to
Skip the ball first, I guess.
yeah, I'm just saying, pretty sure he was hit the ball.
Asked did not know you wanted to do lives. We can work on YouTube.
That one is another one.
And at Traveling Dashers, one away from 50. She needs one more subscriber to make 50 and go live. Can we help her with that? All right, big three.
Dang.
They got cleats. Their feet don't move.
Oh, did he hit the bottom? I thought
Okay.
I thought he hit the top
It
of
looked like
it.
he hit
I thought he hit the top of it.
There. All right. So now, just to let you know that, see, and that's one thing I love, the networking, the support. Like I said, this is one thing that I wish that I had started a lot sooner on my channel. All right, so as of right now, she has 51 subscribers. So awesome. I love seeing this. I love the networking. I love how everybody gets out there and helps everyone. Whether you're a big channel or small, especially those that are smaller channels, but yet they're out there being cheerleaders for others. You know, I love it. There's nothing wrong with that, Mama. I just post silly stuff everyone can use. That is right, and that's why it's all right to do that. Hi. Big Three says hi, Duke, Ray, and Wendy. You are welcome. That is right. Agreed. And hey, Duke, you know, that was crazy. You know, when I was watching your video, and especially because of your tagline about did that just happen? You know, for a second there, I thought you caught that on video. But I think you just caught the after effect. And I don't know exactly what happened. I mean, if the person that was parked in the driveway was trying to reverse and hit your car, is that what happened? Fran's birthday is Saturday. I plan to go live in Mississippi on Saturday to celebrate her birthday and introduce my book. Okay, I think I heard Sheila talking about something about your book. I guess I have to go check out and get caught up on what's going on. We will be driving through Mississippi. Wait, right?
Yes.
No, I meant about where are we going to stop? Are we driving through or are we?
Probably gonna stop family this time.
Oh, Alabama. Okay.
We'll drive through.
It's Friends Saturday. I plan to go live on Mississippi or in Mississippi on Saturday to celebrate her birthday and introduce my book. All right, Mama. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much. Duke, remember when I was watching his video earlier? So he says it was the truck from across the street who was trying to back out and ran into the back side of his car.
It's their fault insurance.
Is it in parking lot?
No. He was parked. He was in the process of a delivery.
So he was on the street in front of somebody
Yeah.
else?
Yeah. Hey, Sheila. So when were you out working Have a good night, Mama, and get something good to eat. Yes, I'm done now and on the way home. Okay. Trying to get Roy to sing Fran's birthday song, the #1 song in the Billboard charts at the time she was born. Aw, that's very sweet. Sorry, I'm not looking at my phone too much because I'm just looking at the, it's easier to read the messages on my computer. Sheila, that was crazy to, watching your videos, when you were showing your backyard and even the front yard, with the crazy winds. And the fact that one of the trees in your front yard was uprooted. Are there still a lot of stuff, debris and stuff like that in the roads? But I do hope, though, that you had a very, what do you call that? That it was a good day for you and that you made good money. With some winds, some strong winds for sure. Yeah, it looked like it. No real debris in the road, just wanted stoplights out, and I guess the internet is out at my house. Uh-oh. That is one downside. Especially with, having your a YouTube channel and internet goes out on you, power goes out on you. I could not go home if there was no internet. But a good thing to know is that, and it still runs fine. I mean, it's going to pull a lot of your data. If you have unlimited data, that's one thing. But even once you hit the max, it just slows things down. But it's good to know, though, that I can run the hotspot off of my phone and I can still use my laptop. Well, that is true. That is true. You do have a generator. We still have ours, right?
Yeah, but I can't hook it up from the house because I don't have the connection.
You don't have the proper connections for it?
Well, we don't do power.
What do you want? What is that?
Aliens.
Actual footage? See, he's watching UFO YouTube videos again. I slept through it. And that's good, though. I didn't realize how strong the winds were until I saw the tree down in my front yard. If you're just now joining my live stream, half a day. Does he watch Ancient Aliens? That's a channel, isn't it?
That's a TV show on history.
I think he's caught.
I've seen episodes here.
Yeah, I think he's caught an episode of that here and there. That tree was just too close. And yeah, it was. I mean, thank goodness that, the winds, the direction, I guess, that the winds were blowing kept the tree away, from falling onto your house. So that was good. That was good for that. I mean, those must have been, it didn't help, though. And that was part of the reason why, because I saw all that water from where the roots were of that tree, how saturated the grounds are. Once they become overly saturated, even those deep-rooted trees can, be pulled up because of how wet the grounds are. Excuse me. Okay, let's see here. My husband saw me yawn and he's like, okay, bedtime. But again, I know I said this earlier in case for those of you guys that didn't catch the earlier session of this live stream, is that, you know, it really, really helps to be part of a, you know, YouTube group, gig group, whatever, you know, a combination of both. Because I tell you, I've seen so much more support since I started, you know, joining up with other people. You know, I just want to say thank you guys so much. Thank you, ladies, so much, you know, for all the support, getting, you know, throwing our names out there whenever you can. You know, it definitely helps. So, I mean, there's quite a few gig tubers right now that are watching. So if you're watching, you know, we've got Living in Cyprus, Duke City Fishing, Big Three Dashing. Who else is here? Mary B. Mrs. Womble. Wait, where is he? Forgive me. I'm trying to find I know it's Dashing Womble. There we go. Go and check out all their channels, and if you're not subscribed to any of them, you know, again, check out their channels and hit that hit that subscribe button. We always and truly appreciate that support, of course. But as of right now, I just went and checked my channel count, and I'm not complaining. But I'm sitting at 451 subscribers. So I'm still going to say I need at least 50 to go to hit that first tier of monetizing my channel. And I've got 1,275 to go on my watch hours. So for sure, here over this next week, especially because going on this mini getaway vacation to the beach with my husband, my mom, his sister, my sister. So it's going to be a nice little group enjoying the ocean. And especially with this hot weather here in Texas, that's going to be a nice little break. But of course, because as a gig worker, especially if you are a gig worker and a multi-apper, you know that side hustle or not, you can travel and still do this line of work. So even during this vacation time that we're going to still throw in, and my husband's over there mumbling because of the fact that, yes, even while we're on vacation, I'm making him get out there, and we're going to work a few hours here and there so we can still make that money. We are definitely to be here with you. Oh, I've enjoyed watching and learning as well. Keep up the rock. And same to you, and stay safe out there, Duke, for sure. They live stream at the beach and help with your watch hours, and I'll stream you this week also. Thank you. Thank you, Sheila. Yeah, actually, because this time next week, yes, I'll be at the beach, and that's where I'll be doing my live stream for sure on Tuesday. It could be a celebratory, you know, hitting my 500 subscribers type of live stream. I don't know. I'll know over the next couple of days, as I'm hoping, whether it be tomorrow or Thursday or Friday, one of those days, I will go live to try and continue, you know, this further trek on knocking out those watch hours. So be on the lookout for that. Exactly. He's like, you're making me work. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Over the next week, the different type of lives that I'll be doing, whether it be, you know, working or at the beach or working while at the beach, stuff like that. And my sister told me that she's hoping that we're going to attend a luau. So I might do a quick, you know, live stream of being at a luau. So I can't stream tonight. Lost my internet. Comes back, but I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, will do. I meant will do. Make make sure I'll be on the lookout for your live stream, Sheila. Yes. But I know Ray, so again, like Duke, I don't know if you are subscribed to him already, but let me, Dashing Womble, he's going to be going live here in about 20 minutes. So, what would be a cool, that, oh, never mind. So he's going live here in about 20 minutes. So as soon as I get something to snack on, I know it's a little late, but I'll be joining his live stream here shortly too. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay. That's what you meant. I thought you were talking about that you would go live. Yeah, I mean that's what, and that was the crazy thing. Here's the thing. When I first started, you know, I was out there doing some research, and I was, you know, because even my son was starting, or at least trying to do, start up a YouTube channel as well, but it was about gaming. So I was asking, you know, from all ages, and doing a little research about how often to post. And, you know, so many different answers. Oh, you don't want to post too many times a week, or you want to post, you know, every day type thing. And it's, I mean, even to this day still, you know, I'm hearing different tips, different tricks on, especially on how often to post. So it's crazy. But I think really the biggest catcher, at least for me so far, other than, you know, if I happen to post a long form video that is a big topic of the time at the time, you know, do my video get a lot of views? But I get more views from my streams for sure. Do a lot of short videos whilst away. Those will gain subscribers. Yeah. And if I had, you know, especially if I had the type of GoPro that you can actually do a live stream from. You know, when we went to the diamond mine in May, I would love to have streamed when I was going out, because I was getting my hands dirty and everything the second day when I went back, because I was getting my hands into the muddy water trying to clear out, you know, all the rocks and stuff that I had dug up. You know, that's something I would have loved to stream. So yes, for sure. Yeah, I mean, the and I bring it up often because again, we're a big Sparker. You know, we love, you know, the Walmart Spark is our best app that we love to use. But you know, we see the issues with that, and so I do a lot of talking on that because it's still a big issue. Some zones are fine, while some parts of the zone, you know, they need work. Our home zone, for sure, I thought, you know, I was starting to see some changes, but we still see those people there. And maybe I'll ask you guys, for those that are watching right now, I actually got some footage, and I mean, we've heard so many people talking about it, but I got footage of a person with, when we first saw him, he had 5 in his hand, but we believe one was just a charger. And then by the time I saw him again, I actually got footage of a person walking up to him, and he handed him one of those devices, because the person walked up to him with nothing in his hands, and then suddenly he had something in his hands. And then when I got a clear shot, he still had, 3 devices. He had 3 devices in his hand, but one was a charger. So sometime from the time we first saw him on the corner outside of Walmart, he had 5 and went down to 3. And I caught one for sure, the handoff, and possibly did a handoff right before that. But, unfortunately, I'm like, they have security cameras right outside the store. How? How are they doing? I mean, literally, the person was standing right outside the Walmart doors doing handoffs, So it's crazy. And at the store that we frequent to do our spark work, just recently, one of the store workers, they said it's their upper management that's making them. Some stores, it depends on their manager. But they said they had this one specific person doesn't speak any English, come back several times within one day after being, made to leave because every time they tried to ask for his ID, he wouldn't have it. So he wouldn't be able to complete his order. He wouldn't be able to finish doing his shopping because either they catch him at the door before being able to leave, after already going to the register and everything, because he doesn't have an ID, or they catch him at the registers, before, once you scan that QR code and they ask to see his ID, and every time, never had his ID, and tried. I think she told me that he tried, 2 days in a row, several times within the day. But, sorry, Duke. It always gets me in such a rant, with Spark, especially with our home zone. Yeah, big time, especially in our home zone. We think we saw some minor changes, saying that they are looking to start IDing and whatnot, doing random checks. But how many times have I gone into my home zone's Walmart and I'm showing them the app and they looking at me like, huh? What are you doing? What's that? And I'm just like, ugh, so disappointed when that happens. But yeah, it's such a big thing. Such still a big issue. They don't. I mean, and that's like I said. I mean, I've seen other people posting saying that's why I saw this one lady posting about don't approach, don't report, do this instead. And one of the things was don't approach Walmart employees. Don't even go to the managers of Walmart employees, because it's not going to do anything. And majority of the results of that, I agree. Other people talking about it, I agree, because it has a negative repercussion. They end up seeing not the scammers as the problem, not as the potential scammers or, whatever, fraud. They end up, what happened? Am I still live? Okay, because it said, so it glitched there for a second, and then it said you're live, so I don't know if I'm still live or not. I'm still streaming? Okay. Many of them will boldly handle their multiple phones in front of the manager and dispensers as they... Exactly. And I don't get it. Okay, thank you. Thank you for confirming. Exactly. That's what I don't get, but as I was saying is that they're not going to view what you're trying to report as the problem. They're going to view you as the problem, that they're going to end up flagging you. I mean, especially with some of the stuff that I've posted it and the comments that I get, the replies saying that they were banned from Walmart, or the employees were able to get the Spark driver deactivated. So I'm just like, wait a minute. We're trying to do our due diligence to report what we see going wrong. That's not just, it's not just affecting us as the drivers and our money, or even the store themselves and their money, but the fact of the safety and the care of the customers. So but yet, it's the drivers that are getting in trouble for it. So it is just crazy. How are they scamming? I don't do Spark. What does multiple devices do? So when I was talking about multiple devices, I'm talking about multiple phones. And, from multiple phones means that, they have multiple accounts. So it's just like, instead of having 5 different people all doing Spark, having our own individual phones working, they're going to have 5 different phones. And that person basically, has 5 different opportunities for orders to come to them compared to legit drivers.
Basically, they're paying somebody to rent.
And then, because in some cases it's either a stolen account, and unfortunately, there's people out there that are renting out their accounts. I think the manager doesn't want to ban them because they all care about is getting these orders out. Exactly. And that is one of the biggest things that I hear as the reason why, is because the store, they're like, the job is getting done. I mean, is it really? Is it really getting done? Because we've seen it ourselves. And then Aaron, when he, his video, when he actually posted about those same potential scammers waiting outside, 2 cart full of groceries, waiting outside in the sun for a period of time. So any cold stuff, especially because you could see the gallons of milk at the bottom of the cart. I mean, are their food not getting affected by being in the sun? So, I mean, so are they taking the product to the customers or taking it home? It could be a combination. I mean, that would be the other reason why they have multiple phones, multiple accounts. Because if one account, if it ends up getting flagged as there's some fraudulent activity going on with that person's account, they're going to deactivate it. No problem. They're going to turn around and create a new one, or buy or rent another one. And I mean, and I'm subscribed to her channel. I haven't seen any new posts from her, but she was actually showing it from the customer's point of view. And the people that would come up to her door, it was it kind of became a meme about, you're not Jessica. It was supposed to be a Jessica because you can't see the driver's picture, but you can see the driver's name. It was supposed to be a Jessica coming to the door, but it was a guy coming to the door. And he spoke little to no English. But another incident that she showed, because she had the Ring camera, another incident that she showed, she was supposed to sign for something, but all the driver did was pull up and drop the stuff off. He didn't even take a picture or anything, and just got back in his car and drove away. She ended up going to confront him. But what scared me about that specific video was not his actions, but it depends. Not all Walmarts. There are some Walmarts that actually do care and doing something about it. And that's the one that we frequent for sure. They are definitely been doing something about it and continuing their efforts. But what scared me about that video was that the person that was making the delivery was accompanied by 3 vehicles. Because in the video you can see all of them parking at different spots on the street. One kept their lights on, another one turned their lights off. But when he was leaving, next one car, another car, and another car. And I was like, what was that for? Because, did they do that because they knew that that person was giving them problems the last time? Did they do that because they're scamming the neighborhood? Scanning the neighborhood? So I thought that was very fishy and scary. Wow, I wish I could say I can't believe this, but nothing amazes me anymore. I think that the madness with these apps should be brought more to the media's attention. The more it's brought out with various... And exactly. I mean, that's why there's still a lot of people out there still doing these videos, because I mean, on one hand, for me, it's not so much as getting the word out to the other drivers, to be on the lookout. I really think it's something that we just needed to get to the customers. In order for Walmart and these other companies, I mean, it was already in the news media about Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub. They were like, hey, you're having these, fraudulent scammer issues with your apps. What are you going to do about it? They're forcing them to take accountability. And I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't hear anything in there about, Instacart, and especially about Spark. Because out of all those apps, Spark is the one that you can make the most money out of, most money from. So I think that's one of the reasons why Walmart Spark has been such a big target of these things. I'm all for coming to this country because we are the land of the free, but I don't hear that. I can't see that word. The heart is getting in the way. I mean, I'm all for, trying to make money. But, and on one hand, I feel sorry for those people that are part of this ring. I don't know what the actual term is, but my husband's been using it about the pay to play type thing. Those that are just trying to make their money, but they are losing out so much because they're having to pay. If they're being provided, a vehicle, the phone, if they were supposed to be paid, $50, but the person who is providing them all of that is actually keeping, 50% of that, but yet it's the person that's going out there making the deliveries and the drop-offs and the shopping or whatever. They're doing all of the legwork and getting paid very little. I think brought to the media's attention, the more it's brought up with various media stations. Okay, now I can finish reading. I'm all for coming to this country because we are the land of the free, but do it the right way. Yeah. I mean, can't say we're all squeaky clean, but there's still, when it becomes something so blatant, as that, with the fraud. And, I've had some people reply saying that they were being told that, that based off of their account, that they were in the process of receiving an order. And they come to find out that it was a vehicle that was next to them, that they had that person's account. So it's crazy. I mean, especially with that whole situation, why wasn't that blown, made such a ruckus about when it was announced that the one of the, I guess it's the one that does the background check, or the one that where you submit all of your information to, which means it has your social security, your date of birth, and stuff like that. That was hacked. We only saw it in the news one time, and nothing really, became of it. So that was crazy. I was like, there are so many cases, so many proof, of why, Spark needs to step up and do something about this. And it needs, and for me now, it's like it really needs to come from the customer's point of view. They need to know. They need to be aware, because how many times have we made deliveries to where they open up their garage door? Women, especially the elderly, will be standing there with their door wide open because they're looking for assistance. We've seen some of them with the walkers or they're in a wheelchair and they're asking if we can bring it into the house. So back up to, yay, that's good, Sheila. But it took me an hour to drive 10 miles. Oh my gosh. There's just that many people out there? An hour to go 10 miles? That is crazy. Just how many just how many stoplights were there in the 10 miles? But glad you made it home safely, Sheila. And I'm sorry. Thank you guys so much for putting up with my little spark rant there. Nothing like talking about the good stuff. I mean, there is so much good stuff about Spark app, you know. It's just that one little thing I wish, I really truly wish, because it's nationwide. It's a nationwide problem that would, you know, continue to be fixed. But anyways, thank you guys so much for listening to my little rant there about this. But it is 9 o'clock, and I know Ray, he's probably started his live stream. So again, if you're not familiar with Dashing Womble, go and look him up. It's Dashing, you know, and followed by Womble, W-O-M-B-L-E. He is in the chat. So Dashing Womble, go and check out his live stream. Help him out with he's got his subscribers. He just needs to keep working on his watch hours. So swing on by, because that's what I'm going to do after I end this stream, to go and support Ray with his watch hours. But yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like it was a lot. Dashing Womble, go check him out. And because he's going to be starting his live stream here in any minute now. And half a day, Francis, or should I say adios estegupa? But thank you guys so much, ladies and gents, for hanging out with me and talking about UFOs. Maybe next time, Ray, we'll talk about ghosts. Maybe when I'm out there at the beach, because that will be a nice, relaxing environment. I might be more open to talk about that, but until then. But again, Siduus Maasi, which means thank you. Great show. Thank you, Duke. But you guys all have a wonderful night. If you're out there still working or getting ready to go out to work, stay safe. No, I said half a day. So good news, my internet is back up. So okay, thank you, Sheila. You're such an awesome cheerleader and supporter there. But again, don't forget, go check out Dashing Womble. His live stream is going to be starting any minute now. But until then, thank you guys again. Siduus Maasi. Until next time, adios for now. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Ray, I know it's going to be late for yours, so make sure, I hope you got your cup of coffee and stay awake. But until next time, bye, everybody.